What's going on, everyone? Welcome to day 7 of day trading futures with prop firms until I get a payout. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Brandon, and I'm just on a journey to share all of my trading in the futures markets and whatever may come after that. If you're interested in following along, feel free to go below, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get all my new videos. Okay, so listen, guys, today's trade, man, we're continuing on from day 6. If you haven't seen day 6, I'll link it in the card up above and you can check that out. Today's trade should not have been taken. Should not have been taken. I'm definitely in a little bit of a downswing right now with the with my psychology and my trades. You know, what I like to call this is a hope trade. It was something that I was hoping was going to happen, even though the structure of the market and everything was definitely not in my favor. So we're gonna jump over to my computer right now. I'm gonna break it down. You guys see exactly what it is. This will probably be a shorter video because it's gonna be pretty cut and dry. Luckily, I cut the trade early and I got out for, you know, not a full loss. So there is some positives, I guess you could say, to this trade. So anyways, let's jump over to my computer and we'll check it out right now. All right, so as you can see, it was a $341 loser. Now, before you click off the video, and you know, if you're new into trading, one thing you will quickly learn is that your biggest lessons come from your losing days. Now, a good percentage of the time, you're going to be taking losses, and it's a legitimate loss. You follow your plan and the trade just didn't play out, right? That's just the probabilities behind trading. But the other percentage of the time that you take a loss, there's going to be specific lessons and reasons why. And if you can dig into the trade and think about your emotions at the time or what you were looking at, there is a reason why you took that trade, and it probably could have been avoided. So those losing days where that happens, it's really good to journal and get in there and figure out exactly what happened. So that's what we're doing here. You know, even though it's a losing day and nobody likes to lose, I find that these days are really productive overall because I can take them into my future trades, feel those same emotions, and then realize, okay, this has happened in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, maybe 100 times, and I don't want to feel that again. So now is the day that I need to change that habit. So let's go into the trade. I'll show you what my theory was at the time and why I call it a hope trade, because that's exactly what this trade was. Okay, so here's the trade now. If you know me, I usually like to take trades from around 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Pre-market, I'm on the West Coast. But when I don't see trades at that time, I will take trades later on. I'm at work, so I have to do it from my phone, but everything is marked up ahead of time. You can see this this blue line here. This is the hourly trend line that was running, okay? And we were in bullish structure. This was an hourly trend line. I think this right here was the actual third touch on the trend line. And when I saw price come down, I was almost sure we were gonna test previous day high here, which is this yellow line that I have marked up. So I was thinking we were gonna get a move down to previous day high and then bounce. So I was gonna try to scalp a short really quick because, as you can see, we were making, you know, lower lows. So what I ended up doing is, one of my strategies is I'll just do a break and retest, right? So you can see this low right here ended up getting broken. We had the push down. We moved back up and in to the zone with these candles right here. As soon as we do that, I wait for a push back out, and you can see this candle right here gave us the push out. Now I was a little bit late on my entry, but I was targeting again previous day high. All right, so for, you know, my normal 1.25R trade, risking 500 to make about 600. Now this trade, you know, played around a little bit. It started giving me a push down, and it was a total hope trade, guys. Okay, the overall structure, the higher time frame was definitely bullish, but unfortunately I just could not come to terms with, you know, maybe I should be looking for a long and not a short. I was thinking that we were going to get a push down, break the trend line, and test previous day high. Now, I was smart enough to cut the trade as soon as we popped back up above the red line here, which is this was a 20 EMA. Now, one thing I think I'm usually pretty good at is you can see right here, these two candles, there was like big momentum, right? We have huge momentum. We have imbalance in the candles, just a strong push up above that 20 SMA. And I'm usually pretty good. If I see that, I'm going to cut the trade, okay? I'm not going to let it run up to my full TP, which is about a $500 loss. I'll cut early, and if it does end up going back my way, hey, that's just what it was. But to begin with, I just didn't feel this trade. And sometimes you're going to feel that. You're going to get into a trade that just chops around, and maybe you're just not feeling it, you know? And I knew that this trend line was a big trend line on the hourly, and that I probably shouldn't have gotten the trade. Deep down, you know. And so as soon as I saw us break that 20 SMA, I just ended up cutting the trade. And that's pretty much it. You know, it didn't last very long. I think I was in it about 6-7 candles, so like a 30-40 minute trade somewhere in there. So back on Topstep X here, you know, you can see I took some notes. Just what did I do well, where did I fall short, and what can I do to improve. I always take a screenshot in the bottom there for the journal, and I recommend, if you guys are on Topstep X at all, to just really start journaling your trades, right? Journal your trades, your emotions, what you were feeling at the time, what you were looking at. So what did I do well here? I think I identified that we were making lower lows and entered off the candle break out of the prior zone. So my typical, you know, strategy, I executed it pretty well. I was a little bit late on the entry, but you know, entries are never going to be 100% perfect. So I think I did do that pretty well. And where did I fall short? Definitely going against the higher time frame uptrend. I should have seen that right away and just stuck with the overall higher time frame trend. Okay, I did not do that. So what can I do to improve? Stop the hope trades. I wanted price to break the high time frame trend line and target the previous day high. To improve, I should have looked to go with the overall trend and look for a long entry. So there was a long entry right there. If I would have been looking for longs, I probably would have hit TP. Another thing I like to do, and I didn't add that in here, is, you know, look at another big reason why. Okay, why was a big reason that I took a loss today? And I think one of the main things is that I'm putting pressure on myself, and you can see over the past few trades. Another thing I didn't add in the notes here is, you know, I wanted to put, you know, big reason why today was a loss. And I think you can see over the past few trades that I've had, and I talked about it on, I think it was the last day, I can't remember what day now, but I'm putting pressure on myself to get this thing passed within 30 days, to get it to funded, and unneeded stress. And when you put stress on yourself while you're trading, it's going to affect your trading, right? Trading is definitely a performance sport, and the more pressure you put on yourself, if you just aren't going with the flow and in the zone, then you're going to see negative effects to that. Again, if you're not using the journaling feature in Topstep X, I can't even recommend it enough. It's built in, super easy to use. All right, so I hope you guys got something out of today's video. Even though it was a loss, we're going to keep moving forward, onwards and upwards from here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to like, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along with the journey.